For the first time in 60 years, Asia's economic growth will come to a grinding halt. That's the forecast by the International Monetary Fund as the coronavirus crisis takes an unprecedented toll on the global economies. In this report released on Thursday by the IMF, it says that in these uncertain and challenging times, the Asia-Pacific region will be no exception. The impact of the coronavirus on the region will be severe, as this is not a time for businesses to function and it is not a time for business as usual. Asian countries need to use all policy instruments in their toolkits, according to the IMF. The organization also suggests policymakers must offer targeted support to households and firms hardest hit by travel bans, social distancing policies and other measures. They also call for efforts to provide ample liquidity to markets and ease financial stress faced by small and mid-sized firms. Asian countries should focus on preventing small firms from going under to stop a sharp increase in unemployment. Kristalina Georgieva, Managing Director at the International Monetary Fund, has said, and I quote, "Exceptional times require exceptional action, and that is exactly what is in our global policy agenda. We are outlining three properties: protecting lives, protect livelihoods in countries, and prepare for recovery." At least 102 of the International Monetary Fund's 189 member nations are seeking assistance from the organization to combat the coronavirus. Describing the COVID-19 pandemic as a crisis like no other, IMF head Kristalina Georgieva has said that the international lender plans to use all of its $1 trillion lending capacity to support countries across the world battling this deadly outbreak. An unprecedented 102 of the International Monetary Fund's 189 member nations are seeking assistance from the organization to combat the spread of the coronavirus. The IMF is proposing to deploy the full $1 trillion lending capacity to support countries dealing with the tremendous challenge this crisis presents. It is also proposing to double emergency financial assistance. The IMF board has already approved debt relief for 25 of its poorest members.
What we have done, at least in high-income countries, is stop the epidemic in its tracks. But that doesn't make the virus go away. So the challenge we face is if we lift these measures too quickly, we will just get a resurgence of the epidemic, and it could be even worse than the first time.